Hello, it's Wednesday, early, 7:15 in the morning, but I'm up having a banana. Cheers. In the news, we've lost another great musician, um, one who never really pointed any attention at himself, but is part of the foundation of jazz. Roy Haynes, the drummer, passed away. I think he was close to maybe 98 or 99 years old. He's not a household name, but if you listen to jazz, you have heard Roy Haynes playing. I just pulled a couple of things that I have because his credits are over 1,000, and I know I have quite a few records that he plays on. I just pulled a few. Doing okay this morning. I'll talk about the music, but I'm doing okay. Taking every day in stride. I peep at the headlines. That's all I need to see. You can see what is going on politically, which is nothing good, and nothing good. So we stay lost in music. I had a good day in the studio yesterday. That version of Music for a Lost World that I put up with that's inspired by The Cure. It's different now, not way different. I haven't added another musical section. I've just completed it more, and I've thought about adding a change to it, but it's pretty epic the way it is, and I've just sculpted it better so that it rises, towards the end rather than just being so intense all the way through. So I had a couple of plays yesterday and watched some stuff that I'll start with Roy Haynes, okay? Because as I looked at my records to see what he played on, it was like, Roy Haynes was a monster as far as being there, getting the job done, doing it flawlessly. So his playing is so good you don't even notice him. I think that's the beauty of Roy Haynes, is he is like a foundation, so solid. He doesn't call attention to himself. So among the records that I have that he plays on, I pulled these. Themby by Pharoah Sanders. Would love to upgrade this. This is kind of beat, but this is I had heard Pharoah Sanders in my home through my dad, but my discovery of him as a teen was through this album when my friend Everett bought this. If you happen to see this, Everett, hey, this is just one of his. I don't know if it's one of his best, but it's one of my favorites because it starts off really, really serene, spiritual, beautiful, and right from Astral Traveling it goes into Red, Black, and Green. I see that the Astral Traveling that starts the album was written by Lonnie Liston Smith. That makes sense. But he goes right into free jazz, very intense, right away on the next track, which I think is an excellent contrast. Themby. Greatness, greatness, greatness. I pulled this Coltrane album that he played on. Selflessness. I just love My Favorite Things by Coltrane. And Roy Haynes is playing drums on this. Here's another one. I need to play this. It's been a long time. Outward Bound, featuring Freddie Hubbard, Eric Dolphy, Roy Haynes again. on drums with Jackie Byard on piano. I mean, right away, if you can't see by these few records how important Roy Haynes is to the history of jazz. I don't know what. A couple more. Here he is on early Gary Burton, the Gary Burton Quartet. Look at that. Larry Coryell, Steve Swallow, Roy Haynes, Duster. Early record. This is Gary Burton is for several reasons kind of not recognized for several things. He wasn't openly gay, but a great musician who finally admitted he's gay, and it's like his contribution. I mean, that to me it just says something about the importance of people being what they are. You know, being straight is no plus. Frankly, sometimes being an outsider or the person that is not understood makes for great art, or just makes you stronger. This is a good album, and this is again an example of jazz and rock combining. He's one of the first. Gary Burton, not recognized. He's not recognized is what I'm saying. Roy Haynes is on that. We got Roy Haynes on this. The Leon Thomas album. The jazz vocalist who incorporated yodeling to great effect in his technique. And this music is, again, really intense. A lot of spiritual and black consciousness involved in this expression. Very important music. Leon Thomas records to me are kind of like going to church, but in a way that I like, because I am traumatized by gospel music from my experience in the church. I never liked the music in the first place, even though I was in the choir. Really never liked gospel music, not really. And then to deal with what I had to deal with as a child in the choir from other nasty ass adults, especially the deacons, it's like, okay, you guys have ruined this for me. Fucking phony ass motherfuckers. No, I don't like gospel music. I love the people. I gotta go ahead and rant one more time. Something else that is not seemingly recognized by more people is how the white majority in America, namely the rich or whoever was in control, have used Christianity to control black people. You ever thought about that? I see it as plain as day. And what's that old saying about when the white man came to America and slaughtered all the Indians? Supposedly they came here offering friendship, but what did they give the Indians? They gave them the Bible and kept the guns. Okay? Couple more. Now I'm going to play this. On ECM, Chick Corea, Miroslav Vitus, and Roy Haynes, trio music live in Europe. Haven't played this in a while. Love Chick Corea, love Vitus. I've met both of them, never met Roy Haynes, but I've met Chick Corea and Miroslav Vitus. This gets played. And another one that Roy Haynes plays on with Chick Corea, there's several. Now He Sings, Now He Sobs. Beautiful album. And I like that title too. It's very evocative of the music on this album. Rest in peace, Roy Haynes. And so if you don't know Roy Haynes, check him out. Cheers. So I've been thinking about a comment that someone made yesterday. Let me read it. Let me find it. I do enjoy hearing from you folks. Someone was asking me about the other John Hassel albums. I have almost all of his albums, including the latest, the last that he made. Here's what someone says. Hello, Dereck. Dereck, hello, and good day to you. With your ability to compose such beautiful melodies and your level of creative production value, An acoustic project would be a fascinating experience to behold. Well, it would, except I'm not interested. Um, what I'm doing is what I'm doing quite comfortably and naturally, which is sitting here at home in this room using my computer and my keyboard to create wonderful music. That's what I'm doing. If you want to hear me play guitar, there's clips, old clips of me playing guitar, bass. They're here on my channel. Um, the plan for the Muse number 2 is to do some improvisation live, some between myself, Cubby, and Blake. So I'll be playing with them. That's in the plans. But I'm not in here playing guitar. And now, here's another reason why I know that I'm not like a typical person, which is, I play guitar, play bass, but in order to keep your skills up, you have to keep playing and practice. You don't play and practice, you get rusty. Well, the thing is, I've always played for pleasure and just to do it. And so I'll go through periods where I'm not playing much, and then I have to kind of like start over. But the thing is, I catch up pretty quick. So I'm not sitting around playing guitar, bass all the time. I'll go through periods. I go through long periods of not playing those instruments at all, especially since I'm not gigging. So an acoustic performance, yeah, it's a nice idea, but it doesn't appeal to me. It's not something I want to do right now. Thank you for your kind words. So I was watching, let me look it up so I can tell you. I watched a young person caught his channel, caught a couple of videos where he was talking about, I think, the beginnings of MTV. Found that interesting. And then I went to, where is it? I've been listening to a lot of old psychedelic singles online too. The one kind that are really hard to find. I looked at the history of MAD for a while. Come on, Dereck. Stay with me, folks. Because it goes, oh man. I do a lot of scrolling, obviously, here as I'm looking here. So anyway, the clip was about particular records that are of interest. Interesting covers, interesting backstories, different versions. And what I found out, and I'm too late because I can't find the app online. It's like the Hyde store where you would get the app. The link is dead. But Hyde Someday World. I didn't buy this new. I bought it used, and I looked to see that this came out 10 years ago. Sometimes stuff like this always seems new to me, but this is 10 years old. But apparently, when it came out, and I forgot this because it was in the news, that the album is made as such that you can download this app for your phone and you'll see graphics when you put the phone on the record. It shows these computer graphics. And I thought to myself, that must be a special edition. But no, it's the one that I have. When I look at this particular side, I can see that does look unusual as far as the grooves. They do look unusual. But so far, I'm not able to find the app. And but I discovered that by watching the video. You talked about other things like the soft machine with the die cut cover, some other things. Here's one that he talked about this album, and I thought to myself, well, I have to look now because I've had this forever. Dylan's Blonde on Blonde. I have great respect for Bob Dylan and what he's done for music. Really can't listen to him too much. I've seen him live, so I've had the experience. I've seen Bob Dylan live. I grew up with his music. I understand. So when he brought up this album, the fact that the original US version on the inside is a picture that was not, they didn't get clearance for it and had to replace it with a picture of Dylan. And I thought to myself, well, that's probably the copy I have is the one where they replaced the picture with Dylan. But no, I have an original. That woman there is some actress, and apparently she wasn't happy with the fact that they used her picture without her permission, and subsequently was taken off and replaced by Bob Dylan. But here's an original. Apparently, the picture of the woman is on most European versions. But I thought to myself, how about that? And that's kind of cool that I have an original, one of the first pressings of this album. And that's what... The other thing that I played besides working was some Lycia. I think they're from Arizona. It makes me think of the guys in the band Audra. Brett, Life on This Planet. Haven't seen any activity that indicates he's around, but he probably is. I just haven't seen him. But this is what they call goth. I don't like labels. I really don't. I just think this is really atmospheric. Some songs fall flat, but mostly this is really good. I can hear how this was made at home. It didn't cost a lot to make this music, but it's got the essence. They capture what they're after, and I quite like this band, Lycia. So I enjoyed that. And still sitting out from a few days ago, I really needed this when I was just bumming about Trump and about we're just bumming about it. So I just put this on. I have it on vinyl, obviously, but Gong. This album always sounds like bright possibilities for the futures, even for the future, even now. As old as this album is, from the 70s, it still sounds fresh, and it still sounds optimistic and playful too. And when I finally got to see Gong in 1996, I took a bunch of records, not a bunch of records, but a bunch of CDs and one album with me, hoping to meet them. Sure did. Hung out all day with the band. Got there early in Kansas City and saw them pull up. So I hung out with them as they set up for the show. Got to meet Pip Pile. I didn't get a picture of me and Pip Pile, damn it. But, he's gone. But I got to meet him, and talk to him. Mike Howlett, DDMLR, Gilly Smith, David Allen. Talking to him was like meeting somebody I had already known for years. So that's the music I have to share for you. Once again, I have to just scrape at the news because the news is so bad. The people that Trump is appointing is a nightmare. He's literally filling the swamp up with disgusting people. And, the fact that Elon Musk, one of the richest people in the world, well, they're just showing us, rich people rule. There's no law to these people. Oh, I have the money. I'll just buy you. I'll just buy my way. You people mean nothing. We mean nothing. And that, again, is the thing that just hurts and is so frustrating. That all those millions of people voted for someone who doesn't give one flying fuck about them. And boy, are we about to really find that out. So, again, we still have our individual lives that we can live. The sky is not falling, literally. It's just this unfortunate turn of events with our government. So let's make the most of our personal lives. Let's be as loving and as kind and as patient as possible with one another. Let's show the world and each other that we're better than what is being represented by politicians and people in power. Let's show that we're better than that. I know I am. And I bet you are. I bet you are too. Talk to me. Am I forgetting something? Yes, I'm always forgetting something.